literally just added us back in at the last second. Hey, folks, welcome to Canucks with Guitars, presented by the people we were presented by as it was going across the bottom of the screen. I'm Ben. This is Terry. If you're tuning in for the first time, please subscribe. New or returning, all we ask is a hello in the chat, if you can. Thumbs up, if you can. And it's a live Q&A show. We are going to do a little something a little ways in. I'm not going to say yet. Those that are friends with me on social media may have a clue, but yeah, we'll just leave it at that for the next 15 minutes or so. So,
BC Rich is like, Terry's a little bouncy. Well, I have to admit, it's been a while since I had ice cream, and I kind of polished off a small thing of Ben and Jerry's. Oh, Conida, it's called.
Nice. Well, let's get to roll call. Zach Thong, Tim Thomas, Mark Taft. Mark helped this today. We'll talk about that in a minute. Janice Lala, Dan of New Jersey, Thomas Santiago, Harry the guitarist, Michael Krause, Stephen Douglas, BC Rich 581, Mikey Newman, Michael Krause, Billy Baloney, Terry's 3Gs, Dave the Pious, Cushman NYC, Martin Lamar, Zach Thong, BC Rich 581, Michael Krause, Zach Thong, Music Therapy Laz, our Hungarian homie. Check out Laz's channel. House of Boing. Magic Man, because he's the Magic Man. Let's see. That's all you all talking to each other. Jeff Pudster, Jay Steen, Charles, watching on replay. I'm thinking he went a little long last night. Got in trouble with the missus. That's why he's not here tonight. Just saying. I'll be saying he's got an understanding wife if we see him at all in the chat tonight. Because his phone was blowing right up after the show. Are you done yet? We need to eat. Not that I just gave it all away, but I pretty much just did. Keith H.
Speaking of which.
Oh, there he is. Oh. Touche, Charles. Touche. Thanks again for coming on last night, buddy. Absolute Mayhem's here. Terry Himes.
Hey, other Terry.
I might just start, because I swear when I see his name, there's other Terry Himes. It's like Terry's actually his middle name. His first name's Other. Other Terry Himes.
Even Janice is getting into it now. Look at her comment. It's awesome, Janice.
Any thoughts on that Fender Hammertone series? Is that a new series? I take it.
Actually, yes. With the
announcement they gave you on this. I was thinking about Hammertone pedals.
Yes, they are pedals.
All right.
They are a sub $100 price point pedal with a hammered finish.
Really? Oh, I see. All right.
I kind of like the look. I like the hammered
so
look.
What I'm trying to do is find a website to put them up on, but apparently they're not on Fender's. Oh, there we are.
Yeah, they're on Fender's site, yeah.
Oh,
they are.
All right. What's this? Fender US English thing effects pedals. That might be it.
Should be.
Please confirm your location. I'm from Canada, eh? So we're going to look at the Canadian website, eh? All right. Is this what we want? I don't know.
They were kind of mixed up.
Should I? I'm just gonna start at their homepage here. Let's hide Dave's comment. If I miss something, let me know. Mark, hang out with Mark all day. Terry, let's get the names right. It's not a lot of guess. So Terry, keep an eye on the chat for anything pertinent or what have you, because if I'm looking at guitars, I'm not looking at y'all. All right, so let's share. What do we got here? This is Fender, right? Yeah, Fender. All right. Oh, it's the Lego. I don't want Lego. New. I know Steve from Boston went over a bunch of stuff, so watch Steve's commentary on that. What am I looking for? Pedals, right?
Yes.
All right. Don't you just have a new? Oh, wait.
New
Calm
thing.
down. Relax. Jeez.
Yep.
Holy. Oh, the space delay. It has fatten and mod. All right. That. Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just look at new stuff. We have. All right. So you can see this all okay? I assume.
It's just starting to pop up.
Yeah.
With space delay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you can see this on the screen. I had to flip over. It was a quick hello or not. All right. So what? Get out. We don't care about. Steve's right. Annoying. All right. So we got some basses. Sure. Terry likes them because he likes bass.
See effects pedal. Try that tab.
Where am I looking? Effects pedals? Oh, over here on the left.
Yep, on the left.
Let's select effects. Ah, look at this.
They're
Ooh. Space delay, other delay. So it's a non-space delay. So instead of fatten, it has type. Whatever that means. Sure. We got a chorus. All right, so I'd be interested in that. So it's got a blend.
At either a $99 manufacturer suggested retail price or $79.
Ooh, they got a flanger with green knobs. Now this. Oh, excuse me. Well, there's the first burp of the evening. Sorry, folks. All right. So it's that. All right. Specifications. Originally achieved the physically pushing the tape flange, reel to reel. Sure. Dynamic rushing jet stream wave. Subtler. Less. All right, yeah, swirling tendrils of modulation. Well, I like swirling tendrils and such. All right, what do you got? All right, top mount, I like that, I guess. Sure, saves real estate. What do we got?
Hey,
so you got manual, you got a rate, you got a depth. All right, manual's probably, I don't know, is that a feedback thing? Because there's you can add that, and then you got a type. Oh, fuck, I hate types, Terry. Because one of the types is kind of cool, and the other one usually sucks balls.
Yeah.
Not going to lie. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, usually people put two different circuits in the pedals because neither one of them were good to sell enough on their own. I said it. Sorry. Unless it's cool, like it's a greatest hits pedal. You know, like the Phase 95. They're like, here's all the phases, Terry. Just take them all. All the phases. All right, so... Would you say the street price was on one of those? Probably like 100 Canadian?
Some models are 99 US. Some models are 79 US.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, hey! I asked you to behave.
The two delays, one is an analog and one is one is digital.
Sure. Makes sense. All right, so we got choruses.
Hey, Milt, nice job on helping Ben.
No, it's Mark that helped me. Milt didn't help me.
Sorry.
Milt rubbed in his temperature at me. He was like, oh, we might see some snow finally. Shut up.
I ended up shoveling this morning. I was actually shocked the second time I shoveled.
All right.
Using the snowblower.
So, I don't know about you, Terry. You know, like, granted, I am no metal aficionado, but I don't think Fender. Now, is this somehow an affordable 5150 in a box?
Doubtful. Yeah, I don't know.
Doubtful.
See, that's the whole thing. It's awesome that they released all these pedals, and it looks like it'll cover a good amount of a range. But they've just released them with no actual sound.
You know what they remind me of?
Them.
You know what they remind me of? Joyo pedals, for whatever reason. Now, although this looks like it is a kind of a crackly metal. That's cool. I dig that because that's durable, kinda, right? You can't really F it up.
Yeah.
Right? These knobs, I see. You can't see my cursor, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. All right, that helps. Because I'm pointing a lot of stuff here and assuming you can see. But I get the series of knobs, different colors that they're gonna share for various, whatever. I get it. Somewhat uniformity, like the JHS 3 series stuff. I get it. But it screams of crappy ass Joyo basicness, I don't know. I just no. Well, I'll try it. Why? Oh, why? I was like, why is my connection all farting out? But probably because I'm trying to do two things at once. See if that helps. I'm probably all blurry at the moment because it says I got one bar of the Wi-Fi. Now we got 2 bars. When we get back up to 3, we'll be okay. What's up, T. Ricky? I'm fucking believable. Yeah, I can say we're 1 minute in. Michael B. Who else? There's Mark. Yeah.
Yeah, Dave the Prius. He said it right. They shit the bed on getting them to
Dave the Pious.
Dave the
Pious and Prius is not the same thing.
Prius.
Dave the Prius. What's up, Dave the Prius?
Hey, that would be an awesome song for Premise to do.
Dude,
Dave
I was like,
Prius.
And I don't mean to offend anybody, but I'm screwed. I'm saying, depending on body type, that could be quite the insult. What's up, Dave the Prius? What the fuck, dude? I lost 40 pounds. Hey, LRM Guitars. Ready for dry February? The hell's dry February? No, definitely not.
Dry February?
Yeah. Move slower. It says my connection's back, but that's...
Wang, move slower.
Oh, it's all in jest, Dave. All in jest.
It shouldn't be having an issue.
Stephen Douglas just bought a Fender Michael Landau. Come on, smarten up. DeVille. Amazing amp. I bet. That's nice. I bet.
Always confused.
Dry February is something similar to Sober October. And no, I'm sober enough. Which I'm not. Why? How about we stop screen sharing rather than just eliminate the screen that we were sharing to free up resources? Hey, I bet you that's going to be better. Mark says bad reception. Got to reboot. He'll be back. That's okay. We'll just wait for Mark. John. Mark back yet? What's up, John DeShane?
So yeah, in regards to the pedals, I like the variety.
I hope there's a hidden, like, I hate to use the term bang for the buck, but like, you get one, you're like, oh, that's a cool little circuit. That's nifty. Yeah. Okay. That's all I hope for. A pleasant surprise. Because
I mean,
it just reminds me of those full-size Joyo pedals where it's just blocky with an attempt at different fonts, which...
Well, and I think the other inherent problem, too, and this could be the big issue with these, is the fact that after they just released all those awesome $200 pedals that they've gotten all kinds of awesome reviews from, if they go and they release these and they're crappy, it'll be bad. But if they release them and they're decent, it won't look so bad on the company.
Well, no, you know what? I think they can actually have a bit of a flop with them because the nicer pedals, we'll call them.
Yeah.
Those were quite the series, and those were some good pedals. They weren't cheap, but they did some cool thing with the light-up knobs. I thought that was cool. Others may not. Hey, playing on a dark stage, I think that's a brilliant idea. Because you can tell, why am I sounding off? Well, that's pointed off that way, and it shouldn't. So, yeah, it's like the JHS 3 series, but then but then it's like, but we'll give you like 4 hours to come up with fonts, like just a bit to the design team. Otherwise, just keep it all the same, like Lawrence does. Lawrence does the sleeker high-end version of the 3 series or what have you. Lawrence is like, like his limited run stuff. It's uniform that way, which is great. I dig it. Sleek. My pedal board looks sexy. I said it. My pedal board looks sexy.
Hey, fruitcake, Tony. I was
fruitcake?
going to say, like, And I think with them doing the hammered metal and like the amp knob thing, it kind of plays a bit homage back to like the original like B fuzz or whatever the heck it was.
Yeah. Like that crackle, whatever it is, whatever, petrified. I don't know what it is. Did they key on them? Maybe. No, probably not. Whatever that is, sure. Like that's fine. It's durable. It's basic. I would. If you're going to do that with the same color for all of them, just you do the same font for all the names. Because you're not naming them like delay, other delay. That's the other why it's space delay, because they're like, well, we can't call other delay. So, chorus. All right, I get it. And the knobs, because it's Fender, I get it. I think, that's, although they look cheap as hell. Like, I would not want to step anywhere, like my foot slip. It looks like they're just waiting to snap off. But I could be wrong. I have been known to be wrong on occasion. I fully admit it. And it looks like the amp knobs. I get it,
I think it's cool that they've kind of color-coded them in that regard to, like, make sure.
Yeah, and I get that, too. Yeah, like, I dig that. At least it wasn't like obvious, like Overdrive with green knobs. You're like, oh, so it's a Tube Screamer clone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if it's going to be a Tube Screamer, just like either make it a complete rip-off or none. Oh, we have reporting in. Speaking of pedals, can I give you in the chat a sneak preview photo of the inside of Keeley's about to be released new pedal if you want? Yes. Yes.
Oh, God, Dave. I think I do remember those, and those look gaudy.
I can. Hey, Mark's back. He has reception. Mark, we tried waiting for you, buddy. We waited like 30 seconds, but then there was possible revolts in the chat, so we... Oh. All right. Is Lawrence not in the chat? So, because Lawrence is the only one that can't see this, because or Scott Broccoli, he knows what circuits.
I do not believe that.
All right, so there it is. That's the new unnamed thing. Something Robert's working on, and it looks Terry. There's a lot of digitals going on in there. There's a lot of digitals go. I don't know. I see 3 LEDs in a row. That can only go, especially go whoop, whoop. I don't know, Kit. I don't know. Maybe he's building Kit. I don't know.
Oh God, wouldn't that be crazy? Somebody built an effect.
I think it's been done.
Does like a whoosh whoosh.
I think it's been done. I think. I could be wrong. Again, I have been before. Where the hell is the person that's supposed to be joining us? He said he was going to be joining about by now.
Duh!
Let's not give it away. That's why I'm talking over you. We're not giving away who it is until... Oh, he hasn't seen it yet. I'll say it's a he. So, anywho's, live Q&A or, like last week, live Q&O. Either one. Because that's what the last one thing, hey, have you seen the new Fender? Nope. Now I have, and all right.
Yeah, I mean, looking at
Dave, the non-Prius, comments, there's 3 Keeley pedals on his radar, so of course they'd release a new one. That's the way it works. Sup, Tink? Fashionably late.
I don't feel tardy. Well, you can feel tartary if you like.
Ooh, yeah. That's like Monmouth. Have you seen the new Gibson pedals? Yes, the Maestro series. They better release a phaser next year, Terry. You know what I'm saying? They better, because if you go 2 years, like if that's the whole thing, they're laying back on the good one. I get it, in a sense, for marketing.
And that's kind of what I'm saying in regards to those new Fender
Jeff
pedals. Because those Maestro pedals, there's maybe the fuzz I find of any type of interest. The other ones, they just kind of sound As if, like you said, like they're just rebadged Joyo pedals.
BV? Yes. Yes. Because we might as well look at a photo of some dumbbells that, SRV used to play. Yes. 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 Mark says, you mentioned my name. I missed most of what you're saying. I think more or less hello, and that you had left and that we were waiting for you. And then we decided not to wait. So we carried on with the show. Ooh. Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah. So this is all.
Hey, Guitar Man.
What's up, Guitar Man 45? Right, load. Oh, what the hell is that? Okay, snake skin. What appears to be chrome alligator skin. That's the only way I can describe it. And then some boring black Tolex. Fine. But that's a whole lot of Dumble.
Wow.
That's a whole lot of Dumble. Whole lot of Dumble going on. Oh, John has folk coming. Nice. Must be nice. What did I have for dinner? We had pierogies. I made pierogies. Why? Easy. Because I just made pierogies. I threw them in a frying pan. And then they were ready. And then another left came into the chat. And here we are. We're caught up.
And he had the other pierogies on the left.
I don't know what I'm going to have for second dinner tonight, but I definitely feel a second dinner coming on. We moved we were going to talk about that. We moved a bunch of guitars. And since I can't, it's hard lights to move, turn on. I wonder if I put flashlight on, if that'll help the situation. No, there, all right. So, I don't know. What do I want to do? Like this? Sure. So, we took a vote last night, and so get out of the way and don't knock over the sacks. All right, calm down. There we go. Well, there's photos on the socials as well. So we got, as you can see, we got the guitars all back here now. Except there's some that you can't quite see over there because it goes that way too, is what I'm saying. And then we don't have the corner amp anymore. We kind of everything together and stuff to line up and try to have some semblance of decorum. No, order. Sure, let's go with that. If we, we can rotate. See, there's the rest of the guitars there, and then Ben's going to shuffle across again. Try not to destroy everything. All right, we shuffle, and then we can pan, and then see over this. This is freed up now. Oh, there's the top of the microphone even, and we got floor space for pedal boards and stuff, and so yeah. Geez, calm down.
Yeah, you can play the B-52 again.
Oh, that's what I've been playing for the last 3 months. I just had a cord wrapped through it came out between. Why? We don't need me like this anymore. There's Terry. See? Hi. One of the gaps in the guitar rack, like I just between two guitars.
Yeah.
The output, so. Was the vote that I never appear on the show again? Unbelievable says. No, what? Okay, now
I'm if you keep linking tracking numbers.
Oh, it's just the edge of the carpet. That's right. I forgot to lay down the extra carpet swatch things to get it all. All right.
God. Now I'm having a flashback to that one local group.
Welcome to the stage. Yeah, I see you. Just slow your roll. Hang on. All right. So. Michael Crow says my vote was to give Ben diabetes. Yes, it was. Doug.
Good day.
Yeah, well, we've had better days.
Was that hold on I heard for me?
Yeah.
Okay, I was trying to tell you not to bring me in yet because I wasn't ready, but I'm ready now.
Oh, well, there we are then.
I had no sound at all.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, I got on mute. So yeah.
Right. So it just so happened I went live until we'll say we, because a lot of the people that are in the chat. Oh, look at this. Holy crap! Someone has like fans.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, hang on. There's another one.
I got two. I got three. There's three.
And do they all sub to his?
I just did. I don't know if you've seen. I just did something really bad. I went like this. I got three. I don't know if you've seen that video that's going around. That apparently, you ask a guy to hold up three fingers and they'll do like this or like this. I just did this because they say they don't do this, and I was like, oh shit, I just did that.
All right. Well, don't do that. Oh,
I got a four. It's like,
isn't that a French thing? Tree?
I don't know. I can start to be like the Count on fucking Sesame Street. I can four.
Oh, 5, 6. Oh, Sir Douglas, no less.
That one doesn't count.
No, I don't know where these pro Doug bots are coming from. But anywho's, so we wrapped up the show at about 10:30 p.m. last night, and Charles and I were only talking for a couple of minutes. And Doug, I don't know if you're watching the end of the show, but you happened to message me right after the show ended.
I was actually out finally with COVID, getting to go out and play cornhole. So I was up at the shop.
Yeah,
and when everything went down, so.
Yeah, so we relayed some sad news, unfortunately, and I have the photo ready, the one that we're going to use tomorrow night to close the show. I figured we'll put it up now. And, a lot of you guys, we got 50, 70 in here. You guys are a lot of regulars. Doug and I have talked a lot about our trips down south. And, no, I don't. Clicking on the photo doesn't show them it. Who runs this channel?
Well, obviously not you.
Nope. There we go.
Glass saxophone.
So this is Mike Cleben, also known as King of the Infield, King of Redneck Hill, the man most people call Mr. Mike. And unfortunately, Doug, massive heart attack.
Yep, that's what I'm hearing. Yeah, last night.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And we lost him. So we wanted to come on tonight and mention that. Sorry if I get too choked up, folks, but Mike meant a lot to us. Not only happened we started camping across the aisle from him. Well, actually, we don't know where Mike himself ever actually camped because he just hung out in his truck, right, Doug?
Yeah,
he never actually. For a guy that would host 100 people, there was no place for him to stay.
Exactly, and he only lived like a 3-minute drive from the track, but he still stayed
which is
in his
why
truck.
he never bothered camping it. He's like, I'm old,
Yeah, he just stayed in his truck.
And this is a photo I took of Mike. I don't know, almost 10 years ago, Doug.
No, it's I'm gonna say 8.
Yeah,
7 to 8.
I said I'm gonna take a photo of you, and he's like, yeah, good luck. So, but those who were friends with on Facebook. Mike had, like Doug said, lived like 3 miles from the track. He had this awesome man cave that was as big as his heart, and we would go over there. He'd invite us, that was I said to a few people, Doug,
we didn't have an invite. We were just told to show up anytime.
Yeah, but even before that, hey, Craig T. Tomlinson, most people that come in for the big weekend, you were lucky to go over and hang out at Mike's house for an hour, we'll say. Mike would take you over, yeah. But we were really lucky that we did that for the first couple of years, that we were still going down for just the one weekend because we got there early. So Wednesday night, if we got in Wednesday, we could go over there Wednesday night, and we got to spend a whole evening at least. But then when Doug and I started going down for 2 weeks, well, everybody cleared out by Sunday morning after the All-Star race. So we had Sunday through Wednesday night where every single evening that we could, we were hanging out over at the man cave, which turned into, we just sit around and watch TV even. And just shoot the breeze. And we really got to know the man and love the man.
Yep.
And, yeah.
Yeah, because he did more than just for us with the Wounded Warriors stuff too. Like he did. I'm not sure if you mentioned on the show here, but he did stuff with like with kids, like underprivileged kids. Like they
Yep.
were always
Sleep kids.
they didn't go without going to school or Christmas or whatever.
Yep.
He did like missions down in South America.
Yep. Do we know how old Mike was?
You know what? I was asked that question today, and nope.
I want to guess 77, 78. Because it seems like he was in his 70s the whole time I knew him. But I realized I've known him for 10 years. Jesus.
Yeah. But yeah, you'll hear. I think we're gonna have a bunch of people that actually go to the race.
Yes.
So Terry, you will be busy tomorrow night as a moderator.
Yeah, and I know what I say it, folks. Hey, check out Canucks. But Doug and I tomorrow night we're doing a special memorial show for Mike. And we have a lot of our family tuning in.
Yeah. So one of the stories you'll hear about tomorrow night, I'll say it here, is the one where Sunday morning race day, Ben had the glass sacks going pretty hard, and somebody drove up in the black SUV, popped out, and said to Ben, "It's okay if we bring somebody in."
That wasn't race day morning. They told me, Doug. That was Thursday morning. They told me.
Okay, so Thursday. So he had like from Thursday to Sunday at like 6 o'clock.
To not remember.
Non-stop glass saxophone. So Sunday race day shows up. This black SUV pulls up, and a celebrity walks out. And I seen the look. I immediately looked at Ben, and he had like an oh shit look on his face. I was like, oh, I forgot about that. And
I was supposed to tell this guy on the screen about a major VIP showing up,
so that I would remember to tell people, because nobody else knew. So anyway, so this celebrity comes up. I'll say the name in a second here. All of the women in the place went nuts
and wet.
All the big military guys sat there like this, like I can kick his ass. And Ben just sat there shocked. So they were like trying to get Mike, because Mike was on the barbecue there at that point. Like, Mike, you got to come over and meet this guy, because they want to do some pictures and some video and stuff with them. And Mike's like, I'm at the grill. I'm too busy. I can't. So they finally pulled him away. And he comes over, shakes the guy's hand, takes the 12-pack of beer from him. And then the guy, they try not to get the guy to take too many more pictures. They usher the guy away, and as if everyone's watched the show, I always say, see a Marcus at the show. Marcus was there, and Mike looks to Marcus and was like, who the fuck was that guy? Literally, those like, who the hell was that guy?
Yeah.
And that's what Marcus had to say. That's Channing Tatum. He's a big star. That's why all the women were like all over him. But he was like, I got no idea. I got no idea who he is. I'm going back.
And then he looked at me. Then he looked at me and went, Hollywood liberal? And I went, yep. Okay.
Yeah.
But yes, you were close. Mike wasn't working the grill. He was making up plates for the security guards for the garage area, because they hadn't been fed. And he was in a thing where, hey, why isn't it feeding them? So... Yep. Yeah, here, I'm going to take this down because it's sucking up my bandwidth. But, so a lot, I know you guys have heard a bunch of the stories, but it would be awesome if you could come hang out with us. Hey, Charlie S. And tomorrow night, you get to meet a lot of our NASCAR family there. I think it sounds like at least half a dozen of them are going to be tuned in or what have you, and we're just going to shoot the breeze about Mike. And hey, I'm going to say, Doug, we should open it up to our NASCAR family too, if any of them want to pop on. Like Amy's been on before, she might want to pop on or something like that. So so that's tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
I will try to make it home in time.
You do. Yeah, don't be late.
That will be up to my kid.
Yeah. So Doug wanted to come on tonight, and I wanted to touch on that tonight. That we lost Mike last night. Massive heart attack. He was a hell of a. Do I have it handy? The photo from the man cave. I'd like to show that photo, folks, just one more time.
If you tune in, you get to see us talk about nuts.
Nuts. All right, is it?
But you know what? I was on just not changing the topic, but changing the topic. On the way to work this morning, I heard some music news.
Oh.
On the NASCAR channel, I heard music news.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? That's a lie. I didn't work today. I was just going out to Tim Hortons.
Should I ask? You're not going to get political, are you?
No.
Okay.
Sirius XM channel 1 something or other.
Yeah.
From now until March 5th, or no, starting Monday till March 5th is the Foo Fighters will have their own channel.
Cool.
With with them doing they're the actual
programmers.
That's it. Fuck, I was thinking they're gonna make the on-air people, and they're gonna have concerts and
nice
all the stuff that they do.
Here's a shot of Mike's man cave, one wall, and this doesn't have all the cars and stuff, but to give you an idea, folks, and this is a guy that, because lived 3 minutes from the track, had only missed one race pre-COVID. Three?
Two pre-COVID.
I thought it was only one pre-COVID.
Could be okay.
When Corey was born.
Yeah.
Because as he said, because my idiot son decided to be born on race day.
Yeah.
But, for instance, just above us that you can't see, folks, there's a champion spark plug flag that looked kind of old. Like a 3x5 flag, Terry. Flag.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, that's kind of old looking, because the font was a little different, And he's like, yeah, I was young and stupid. I tore that down at the very first race at Rockingham.
Yep.
A track that opened in the early 60s. And I was just like, that should be in the Hall of Fame.
I do remember that night.
I kind of.
Well, if you go to my NASCAR Doug YouTube channel, you'll get to see Ben sit there for what, a good 30 seconds while he thought I was taking a picture, and he was holding his pose. Not very well.
Or trying to. Failing.
I was taking video.
Yeah. I was going to say, that's kind of like some of the smiles we see in the infield, like summer memories and summer, I don't, it's like, what happened to you guys? Well, at least Doug got to drink, Mike had a fridge, and the bottom was beer. I wasn't allowed to open that door. I only got to use the top door.
Yeah,
I was not driving. Moonshine, what are you going to wash that down with? More moonshine? Perfect.
Some nights, thank God, the track was only 3 minutes away.
Thank God, yeah.
2 turns.
Yeah, and then with my luck, it'd be pissed down rain the next morning, and your kid just not in a good mood. I'm thinking, I'm going to go outside and just sit in the rain and vape. Good times.
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it was worth it. I was like, still worth it.
There's some like that psycho from South Carolina.
I have to narrow that down.
The one that he was left at all of his friends because he was such a dick.
The first year. The very first year.
He was such a dick. All of his friends packed up and left.
Yeah, Terry. The whole campsite packed up and left.
Campsite just packed up and left. And there was one other guy that he was friends with this guy's friends were friends with. And he was like, I don't care what you just fuck off.
That'd be South Carolina Dave. He didn't give a flying fidoo.
Yeah. So then there's me, because this guy was like ripping on his girlfriend for not knowing the directions. So then me, the guy from Ontario, been there one time, had to give directions on how to get there from who gives us.
Yeah, he's like, he's just the look on his face, Terry. He's like, hey, y'all know how to give directions from South Carolina to here? And we're like, we're from Canada. And he's like, what? It just didn't compute.
He was actually the same guy. We went down with not to overdo a story, sir, but we went down with a member of a police force.
Yeah.
So this guy went. So it was like, once this guy found out that our friend was a cop, he was like, well, would you like go and try and look for me and like just go and arrest me if I went and if some guy went and stole something from me and I went into his apartment complex and like shot the whole place up? Would you really come out looking for me all the time? No. Oh, let's go shoot that place up. You're fine.
I thought that the first time we met this guy, Terry, he comes over. Hey, y'all want to smoke some weed? And I swear that was the weed fairy. Because Doug, I did not say not 10 minutes earlier. I would like to find some weed around here. You know, I've been hanging out with a cop for 3 days. I would like to relax, Doug. And then he shows up, and the first thing he says is to our buddy, he's like, "Y'all want to smoke some weed?" And he's like, "I'm a cop." And the look on his face drops, and then I'll go, "I'll come." And he's like, "Are you a narc?" And I'm like, "Nope. Just a Canadian that likes to smoke weed." So I walked out, and that's when I met South Carolina Dave, because I watched. He walked over, put it in, rolled it with one hand, and 30 seconds, and it was perfect. I went, how? Dex, I bet he'd be a wicked guitar player. My God. Man, that guy was his skin was the color of red wine, because he showed up in a pair of Confederate shorts, and that's what he wore the whole weekend.
Wow.
I didn't check out his skin. Just saying.
It blended in with the Confederate shorts, so really it's just, is that a red dude with a blue crop? Like what?
I didn't have the need to check him out as much as you did, obviously.
Yes, the new swag. Thank you, Lawrence. So yeah, are you sticking around, Doug?
It doesn't matter. If you want me to, I can hang out.
I don't care, folks. Well, yeah, you got the fan club here tonight. What am I talking about? I guess.
Yeah.
No, dog bites. That was a different story.
Yeah, Tales from the Infield, which we don't want to give too much away tonight because
there'll be a lot tomorrow night.
And I'm sure I will be shedding a tear at some point because I damn near did tonight.
I don't know. Some of those Southerners, I don't know, they might start using the cornhole bags for the shit up a house.
I'm just thinking, I'm sorry, but that fucking group where that young guy that they all left behind, those were the, my God, what an eclectic mix. Because
the one chick was she was a postie,
a judge.
She was a letter carrier, and she was going for like the town judge,
and she won the next year. I saw her; she won.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, because they well, that's fine. That's fine. You know, whatever. I don't judge, but what an eclectic bunch. And yeah, she's over there in her fucking bikini that really shouldn't be. And that was the rainstorm where you ruined your brand new hat under the fucking fifth wheel. And I ran ahead, and I'm under there, and you're about to go into the tent. You look over, soaked to the bone, and I've got a full fucking plate of food. And you're like, you come sauntering over only as Doug Coombs can do. You're like, what we got going on? She's like, hello, darling. Y'all want a plate? You're like, I'm like, dude. You're like, fuck yes. Who does not turn down a plate of Southern food? And Jerry just blah blah. Let me make a plate for you. You're like, holy shit, this is awesome. Because they had a canopy and they were dry. And y'all want a drink? Sure, why not? And then remember, because the furthest clearly they had traveled was to the race. Because remember can I see your passport? Because they'd never seen.
Are you actually Canadian?
Yeah, they just could not believe that we drove down all the way from Canada for a race. Yep. Yeah. Good times. Good food. God, I always get the cankles from all the food. Too much salt. My God.
Yeah.
And if anyone knows Ben, that's just one meal.
No, that's you taking me to fucking Golden Corral. Every time I have Golden Corral, all of a sudden my ankles look like yours.
I wasn't going to say anything when he was saying I wasn't looking at the guy's skin. I was going to say because he was too busy looking at the buffet.
The balls of my ankle disappear. Canadians are a rare sight, Unbelievable says. Yeah. I don't know. All I know is we had a good time that first year enough that when we came back the second year, when we heard Canada, and people were like, who's that? And I'm like, I have no idea. Not a clue. But clearly we left an impression.
Well, talking about the track, I'll tell you Gear Junkie's talking with Billy Gibbons. I got to see him at Charlotte.
At the track, yeah. I didn't get to go.
That was the year you didn't go.
No, I have a C word for an X.
Yeah, I see. Did you see that one of them actually put a picture of her?
Oh, really?
One of our friends, yeah.
Oh, that would probably be Nancy.
No.
I think it's no.
And folks, here it begins.
Here it goes.
Nope. Not going there.
Fucking Queen. Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. So,
if only the train would have hit the ass end of the truck that one time I sped through it.
Yep. Yeah. I would have been devastated for the time, Doug, but I think I would have prevailed. I think I would have pulled through.
Yeah.
Everybody needs more hats. I have 2 new LPD hats, which I'm not wearing at this moment. I didn't want to totally look like an LPD fanboy. That's Unbelievable's job. Oh, soda pop's repeating.
I was gonna say, are you down from the sugar high from last night?
God, thank God I smoked as much weed as I did. I passed out pretty good. Thankfully. Good God. Tahitian treat. My God, Doug, that's like diabetes in a can.
Oh, I used to like that stuff, but like you said, I think the last time I tried it, it was just tasted like pure sugar, like you said. It was like, yeah, as a kid, no wonders why we loved it.
Carbonated fruit punch is a bit much at times. Hey, Robot Master Switch and Boner Jams. Do they still make Jolt? No, but I'd like to try it to reflect and see if it still tastes like it tasted.
Like I said, the last time I seen Jolt was probably about 1.5 years ago in the local Circle K. Coke, I think, still makes it, but as far as I know, I think they actually discontinued it this year.
I'm looking forward to the strawberry Fanta.
Really, like looking at Dave there, they did a Jolt energy drink. Like, really, what the hell is that?
Just
wasn't
all the caffeine?
It's basically a cola with extra caffeine in it.
Wasn't that what Jolt was?
Was.
Eddie Van Haskell coming in like a champ. Some soft drink should contain insulin. You're right.
Oh, God.
I think Jolt Energy would be taken like insulin and just IV. Just freaking fuck me up.
Yeah. I'm still not looking forward to that. Oh, my God, that cotton candy flavored Pop Shop. That's just going to be... Oh, thinking about it. I know I'm going to be thirstier after drinking than when I started. Please tell the story that you told me about the time that you walked out of the infield at Charlotte after a small tornado hit. I remember. So that was our first year. Was that our first night?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, because I remember I was really debating whether I'm ever going to return to Charlotte because the ride down, that was long.
Yeah.
You know, because I hadn't done a road trip that long before. So I was like, all right. So, Terry, we got the infield. We got our tent set up.
It wasn't a camper. It was a tent the first year.
Yeah, a 2-room tent for the 3 of us. And we got the tent set up, and nobody else is set up for some reason. Because, we don't pay attention to the media or weather. When we're there anyways, what are we going to do, right? Yep. So we set up the tent, and we strategically place Doug's Ford Escape at a diagonal because we figured that's going to help with wind because the wind seemed to be picking up just a touch out of the opposite direction, which is not good.
Which we now know is normal for there.
Yeah. Because that whole place is just a built-in tsunami thing going. I don't know. Whirlpool. I don't know. But, yeah, so I remember I slept about an hour and a half because I was on the side where the tent kept folding down. Like I was doing this a lot during the night, and when the slipcover, then the rain would go under the slipcover and then down on me. So I was in a pool. Doug's like literally all the air mattress was just filled with water. And so I was the first to get up. As soon as I realized there was light, I'm like, fuck this. I'm soaked. I got to take a piss. And I unzip the door, and I look out, and what infrastructure other fellow campers had put up was gone. Or
there was tents in the catch fence.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that yet because I only looked. Yeah, I looked around and it was nothing, and then I got
shitters knocked over.
Yeah, shitters knocked over, canopies, and just Terry. It looked like the aftermath of a tornado. And so I was first to go to the pisser. Yeah, and we were fine. The three of us are fine. Tent fine, other than soaked because it kept semi.
But we didn't know that there was anything like that there happened until like that night, like the next night.
No. I knew right away before
you didn't tell me.
I went to take the piss, and I walked into a full shower house of people crammed in there because they were evacuated, and they looked at me, Terry, like I was a zombie from the apocalypse. They're like, "Where'd you come from?" Because I'm all soaking wet and disheveled and hairy. And, I look like a wet cat, because I'm probably shirtless. Let's be honest. And they're like, "Where'd you come from?" I'm like, "Oh, we're just over Redneck Hill." They're like, "Well, what were you in? An RV?" "No." "You weren't in a trailer?" "No, we were in a tent." "A tent?" "Yeah." Like, why? What happened? They're like, "Severe tornado warning, and tornado almost touched down." What? And then that's when I came out, and then you came to take a leak because you're like, "Hey, where's Ben?"
I don't remember until we went to Ryan's that night when the waitress said, "Oh, would you guys get evacuated?" And I was like, "Why?"
Yeah, like, we didn't realize it was that bad because the track only just said, because they put up the sign. We slept through the sign, Doug. You know the warning.
It follows me everywhere I go. Take cover. Severe weather.
Warning.
Imminent.
Yeah. Terry, they got that big TV screen we've shown you. It's like, 80 feet by 120 feet long? Yeah. And all of a sudden they start like, "Warning, Will Roger, warning. Seek shelter. Avoid the grandstands, avoid open spaces." Like, basically, kiss your ass goodbye. And we missed it. We slept all through it because we're Canadian, apparently. And then, Doug, remember that morning we were like, we need to contact our families to let them know in case something's on the news because we're not going to be allowed back if we don't. Yeah. Or no, we debated it. That was it. No. We had debated it. Do we? Don't we? And you went, we're here.
No. Only time I really debated it was when the awning in the new trailer went and snapped.
Well, hey, it lasted longer than the Ex's sister's canopy. That thing lasted about 18 minutes.
But it's still you get the new tent trailer. You had it like a month and a half. Your wife lets you take it down, and then you leave it left up in a windstorm. And the thing was that it was facing this way, so it was open this way, and the wind would come over top of the grandstand and come down, and then catch it, and then it took off again.
Yeah.
And I remember being asleep and just hearing it just like whap. And then it's then me being the sober guy trying to wake up this guy and Richie on the glass sacks all night. So they're both
that
like,
would have been interesting.
Yeah.
I was going to say, we get such wild and various weather up here in Canada. I mean, it's probably it's no doubt that you guys, when you went down there, slept through it or whatever, right? Everybody else down there is like, "Oh,
you got to get used to. You're trying to figure out wind patterns, but when you have
if you see
people,
if you see a flag that's like straight out this way, and then like a second later it's like straight out this way, it's like, oh shit, I'm taking cover.
Yeah. And that's what would happen. And I'm like, I'm like, this isn't this normal swirling around. And all of a sudden, there's a few times where like, "So do you want to hang out at the mall for an hour?"
Hey, Dwight.
No. Yes, because it's that, or we're hunkering in a vehicle riding out the storm. All right, well, we'll just hope the trailer's there when we get back. All right.
Or it's you manning a post on the on the big canopy.
No. You would man a post. Terry could man a post. Anybody else? Sam.
Ben
they
just
put Sam in the trailer, or they put Sam and me together on a post, and the two of us are like, get a little high on this side.
And you're still about 4 feet off the ground.
Terry, there's been more than once where I've debated. I'm like, do I just let go? But if I let go, that difference of weight, is she gone? She's gone. But fortunately, the military work well together, so you can go, little help here, and all of a sudden you have like 4 burly, larger, and yeah, and also it's secure, and so are you, because they're like, don't worry, little buddy, we got you. I'm like, thanks, because I was the token hippie amongst the camp. And I think they like to show us off down there, Doug, because we were the token Canadians that hung out with all the wounded warriors. And as a result, we were interviewed by newspapers or referenced in newspapers. I was on TV. Remember, I did the local news because they set the camera crew, and Mike had various wounded warriors say something. And they're like, hey, let's get a Canadian. I'm like, and Marshall's like, let's put Ben on the news. I'm like, all right.
Well, this is because you worked at the base at the time.
Yeah. Well, all right, just finished. No, it was right before we had the burn stash, so I was okay to go on the news. After that, they're like, "You stand in the back."
I was just gonna say I would make it sound like you guys were like some rare birds or something. Whoa, we got Canadians down here, folks.
No, see, because all these guys served with
and I wish Amanda was in the chat because she'd like to forget about this as well too. Is the Channing Tatum video with I want to say shirtless Ben, but he's wearing the fur shirt all the time anyway. But,
I was wearing an unbuttoned.
In a video that Channing Tatum puts out, Ben is shirtless. The only shirtless person in the video.
Again, sleeveless shirt, unbuttoned.
All the way.
Wearing nothing but a fan scanner and a smile.
Yeah.
Boner jams. This could be the most sausagey of sausage fest tonight. Quickly, everyone take off your shirts and bring in the ladies into the chat and go.
Well, actually, no. You were offered it that one time.
Yeah.
When what the hell with that one guy left his wife at home and brought like 4 strippers?
Oh, yeah!
Oh, wow.
Was I single at the time? I was.
I think so.
But not that single. Yeah.
We used to have to we had to walk by his campsite to get to the bathroom, and I was like,
I used to walk out of my way, and God knows I hate walking anywhere.
Taking the long way.
I will gladly take the long. That's why I was glad we get the porta potty, because I wouldn't use the porta potty as often, because I was like, screw it, I'll hit the store while I'm over there or something. But then I'm like, oh, he's over there. No, I'll just worry about that later. Yeah.
That's why the new camper with the full bathroom works even better.
Yeah, it doesn't work as well when you decide to take a leak in the middle of the night. My head's right next to it on the other side of a thin piece of.
Oh.
Even with earplugs, it don't matter.
What the? Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So, but yeah, good times, crazy times. Although it got mellower every year. That was the weird part. As I wanted to get crazier later on, it got mellower overall. Although it was good because the rowdies, they cut down on that more and more each year, because obviously they were doing lifetime bans because those people just weren't back.
Yeah. What was it the one year? The one people. Oh, the one camp, the first year, they were trying to I don't know if they were trying to make fun of us or just trying to do whatever.
That was the second year, because the second year when Wayne, or was it Wayne? And then the X went with us too?
Yeah, it's the second year. Yeah. So they were trying to go in and they were trying to quote lines from Strange Brew, thinking that it was going to, and then they actually asked the question if Elsinore beer was real.
To which we said yes.
You take the directions that they give you. You ain't gonna get where they're saying.
Nope.
Going to Oktoberfest.
Nope. Yeah.
I'm thinking back to that meme you sent me last night, Ben.
And the funny thing too is then just to mess with them even more. When they ask Doug what he does for a living. Like, no.
He's the sound engineer for the Schmiegel brothers.
Yeah.
Schmengi Brothers? Yeah. I'm the touring guitarist for the Schmengi Brothers. Have you heard of them? Yeah, that kind of rings a bell. Yeah. People hear that. Do a lot of casinos these days, Doug. A lot of casino gigs, the Schmengi Brothers.
Yeah. No, still, I'm still gonna say the best was the year with Skinnerd.
Yeah.
With,
that was epic.
But saying just in the crowd.
Yeah.
Sweet Home Alabama. There's that Neil Young line comes up, and everyone starts cheering and going crazy. How Neil Young sucks and all this stuff, and I'm like, yep, you're holding on to a whole bunch of Lionel diecast. He thanks you for buying that
Because he owns Lionel.
he owns the company. You're really screwing him by giving him money. Yes, you are.
Yeah. But yeah, and for me, you enjoyed the music more often than not. I did not most years.
I did the years that you weren't there.
Yeah, shut up. But Skinnerd, for me to rein, and this kind of ties it all up, because I had that experience where, you go ahead, Doug, I'll catch up because I forgot something, and then I stuck more pints in pockets, which apparently we weren't supposed to have alcohol out there at all.
No.
Oh.
That was that sign that said no alcohol.
See, I didn't see that sign because remember I came in through the fence?
Yeah.
Because Terry, they went along, they went ahead, and I don't like to walk. And so they went ahead and they were going down there and then turning left and then having to turn left.
We were getting close to the stage.
They were. But they got to do it the roundabout way to get there and so I left later, and so I just made a beeline for the stage, figuring there's got to be a gate down where the rescue trucks pull out. That's what I figured, Doug, out there. Where Danica wanted to run me over, that area. So I go that way, and next thing I know, I'm backstage, and I was like, that's not right. I just slipped through one small. But because we had the passes, we had passes, a variety of passes on us. So they're just like, can you just kind of hang out over here side stage? And I was like, that is absolutely fine. Because then Doug texted me and he's like, dude, I'm right out front. You should come join me. And I got close to being out front of the PA system and having forgotten my earplugs. I was like, no. So I just eased it on back, and I said, I'm good, and you're like, where are you? And then I was like, I'm side stage. You're like, fuck you. I'm like, yeah, I am. Talking to the backup singers between songs. And then, but the funny part is, when we all left, like, because they got they had the small accident, and I helped them get out of traffic. When they helped Leonard Skinner get out of traffic, I got to meet Gary Rossington, which was cool. And then all of a sudden, I turn around, like literally, first fucking step, like one of those, that's all done, Doug. That's all done, Terry. Let's go back to the campsite. I'll meet up with Doug and tell my little story about me and Skinnerd. I literally do a turn, take one step towards the campsite. Mike, standing right at the top of the fucking hill, hands on his head, and he just gave me that look and just shook his head like, you fucking hippie.
Yeah.
Hanging out with your hippie friends, playing your loud music.
Yeah. That show still reminds you of everything is that we had already spent 2 weeks on the infield.
Yeah.
We had been there for 2 weeks.
Combination of 2 weeks in the infield.
Didn't see a damn frickin' thing. No squirrels, no nothing, no birds, no nothing. Nothing. Completely no animal, mammal, flightless, whatever. Nothing. They played Freebird, and all of a sudden, 2 doves just flying around the stage. And they never left the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was weird.
Yep.
That was weird. Yeah. That was. Yeah. Because all of a sudden I'm like, I don't think I'm supposed to be here situation. And then that's just because, Doug, your wife is real, you know. And
we run into that a lot.
We do. And especially down there, like, I know, all right, you're able to blend in a little better. You know how to blend in, and you know how to read the room, we'll say. So you might ease back in certain situations.
I also know how to read the rules.
Well, yeah. Whereas if I see them, I'll read them. But if I don't see them, well, to each their own. And I stuck out enough that, like, I remember that last year with Skinner. Hey, Jay, 7 over 8. I remember that last year because what were we doing? Getting fresh batteries on race day, and we drove down by the pit entrance, and you went off to get the batteries, and I'm just leaning on the hood of your truck.
No, we were may have been, yeah.
Yeah. So Terry, we saw a little section we could just pull over for a second, run over, grab some batteries.
You were with me.
I was with you, but I stayed with the truck because we didn't want to get.
No, we were in conversation.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, just gone. Like, I'm talking. Like,
no, not that time. Not that time. I'm talking the last year we were down there, race day. You went to get spare batteries. We were returning from who knows where. So I said, I'll stay with the truck because we didn't want to get it towed because that's bad.
Yeah.
So you went to grab the batteries, and I'm just hanging out by the truck, looking, well, like you said, the Channing Tatum, the sleeveless and the hair. And race teams are going by, like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, oh, not too shabby. Hey, how you doing? Not too shabby. Hey, how you doing? Not too shabby. Like, I don't know. Good. And I'm just like, I know I stick. And then I don't think we knew Skinner was playing yet at that point. And then it all kind of made sense, Doug. Hey, is that Ricky Medlock? No, but he looks like it. And I think that's why they're like, are you a roadie or something? I'm like, no. Do you belong here? Not really. Do you know what that stuff is? Yeah. You gonna do anything? No. Just here to observe, drink cold snacks. Yeah, because I had 2 spares because that was the problem when they started Freebird. I remember I really had to pee, and I didn't think they were going to play 90 minutes. And we were over an hour in, and they started Freebird, Terry. And I'm like, all right, one more song. Because I really got to pee. Like, I'm dancing because I had 3 beers. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes, this is going to be like 16 minutes. And then it's going to be a gridlock out of here. Yep. Oh, pandemonium. Yep. It was cool, though. Won't trade it in for anything. Nothing like hearing Freebird on Memorial Sunday at a NASCAR race. That gets the crowd going. Jesus.
Yeah, well, it's like we've got, sure, it's most of our country, but we've still got to see some pretty big acts.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen, was it Trace Atkins, Darius Rucker.
I thought it was Toby Keith we saw.
No.
Oh, no, it was Trace Atkins.
Trace Atkins, yeah.
Right. He was good. I liked him.
Even from very far back, he still looked really big.
Yeah, he was a big dude. When he sounded big, he's like, hey, how y'all doing? I'm like, damn, all right, good.
Yep. It was that. Then we've seen Darius Rucker was there.
We've seen him a lot. We've seen Lee Greenwood like every year.
Yeah, that was the best because
that first year.
All
I remember, Doug, I was overheated.
It's a patriotic palooza. That's
yeah.
We're not going to sugarcoat it.
Memorial Day. We get it.
And Ben looks over at me.
Cold snacks.
Ben looks over at. We were up in the grandstand stuff, and we we're on the infield.
Yeah, but I want to set the stage before you say this. Before I say, now again, I don't like walking. It was very hot, and we walked all the way from the infield all the way around. We get up into the stands that are made out of fucking mirrors to fucking hell, and I'm sitting there. I remember I had an ice water bottle on my chest trying to cool myself down, and they're going on. I didn't realize the pre-race was 3+ hours, Terry, because on TV it's only an hour.
Like the military glee club was up there.
Oh yeah, it was great speeches and this and that. But like, I was getting to the point. I'm like, can we just like drop the green flag already? Because I'm dying here. And Doug, I looked at you, and did I actually ask you?
You did. You said. I think your words were, all we need to have is like Lee Greenwood to come out. And I went. And then he started walking down out of the stands.
Yeah, like literally one Mississippi goes, here you go. And I almost peed. I probably peed a little because I was like, this is weird. But I was like, well, there's the cherry on top.
Yep. Yep.
It was an experience. So I'm sure we missed a bunch of stuff tonight, and I do apologize, folks in the chat. Hey, Travis. Terry, I know you've been kind of keeping an eye on things. Did we really miss anything? I hope not.
I seen someone saying something about Ben needed his to free his bird. Well,
you're going to show the free bird picture, aren't you? As we call it.
I'm looking. I just seen it.
This is year one.
That folks just
hang on here. I'll even do the solo layout.
Right there.
Yeah. That's pretty much, that's my look while I'm down there for the most. Sleeves optional, but I'm wearing a button-up shirt that's not so much buttoned up. Because it's warm, and say in humid. And, you know, I'm okay with that in August, Terry. You know, it's like our August weather. But when you come back from, we only had snow a week earlier. You know, we had one of those years where it was really cold and rainy spring.
Yeah.
We get down there, all of a sudden I'm like, it's a little warm. It's a little warm. I'm not used to this. I'm very pale, and it's warm. I usually get a really good sunburn, too. Because I'm usually really pale at the start of the week.
Blackjack Guitar says you look like Joe Dirt.
Should we say, yeah, I'm standing on top of a camper that looks like Joe Dirt lived in it.
But then, we even talk about like the musicians, but even some of the other people. Like I've had a couple times I've met Wild Bill from Deadliest Catch.
Yeah,
he's a big boy too.
Well, like we should mention too. History Television would sponsor the Saturday race most years. Yeah. So there was people from History TV, like we'd see the guys from all the different TV, like
yeah. So
for me, it was Danny Coker because I got
Danny Coker was there.
Have a conversation.
Their whole like Horny Mike, their whole show was all there. The other guys from the Restoration one.
Yeah,
Rick Dale.
Restoration.
Yeah. Pawn Star guys were there the one year.
Yeah.
All the Duck Dynasty guys were there another year. We've seen the guys at Alligator show. We're all hanging out the one year, so yeah.
Scott, I'm reading that in Waylon Jennings' voice. Just after that, then jumped into the General League, and that's how the Canadians took over the local race for them boys.
Yeah!
Oh, dear Lord. What's up, Bill? Yeah. I was the first of us to drive on the track. Just saying.
Yep.
Yeah. I took that nice and slow. I think that was, you actually drove the majority of that way down, and I just took that last 50 feet. Like, you'll drive, because you figure we were going to go through the tunnel, and they're like, yeah, you can go across the track. I'm like, I'm driving across the track. I'm driving on the track. Which, now, that point's mute, because now that they use the Roval, we've driven the Roval a lot.
Yeah. A lot, yeah.
And at speed. Well, Terry, you know, the place, that infield, that end, holds 10,000 people. And then when they leave after the All-Star race, and there's, about 14 of us?
There's 4.
Oh, the one year was 4. Well, no, 4 and a dog. Because remember, the one dude, there was one dude, he had like a little station wagon and a tent and a dog. And it was, I don't even know if he had a tent. It was kind of tarp, maybe out the back of the station wagon. And he come walking his dog all the time. He's like, hey, and we're like, we have stuff to do. But we drive around the Infield road course. Yeah, that's not wise. And since it's not an actual public roadway, certain rules don't apply. Because I remember, we should go check on Marshall's trailer. I'll do it. You had too much to drink? Screw it. It's an Infield.
Dave
I drove all the way there and
asking
back,
which
Terry.
track user
Didn't we
about.
move?
I
the camper
forgot to
with
wear my glasses going, too. I was
Didn't we
changing
drive-
at the time. I'm like, oh, I'll go. Never bothered putting my glasses back on.
Did
Drove
we
there and
also not drive the camper up to the top of the hill with the tip outs out?
back. we did. Yeah. We do things the right way there, Terry. And we're just easing it, especially because it's not just left and right. There's
a little bit of elevation.
Yeah, so Doug's like going up and around a corner, and I'm thinking that's a blind stretch.
I wasn't driving it. You were.
Oh fuck, I was too, because
Yes.
you're like you're more. I'm like, all right,
Like,
well, at that time I
you
drove
can
for
drive
work.
better than me.
Yeah, I don't anymore. I don't know, maybe. I try to avoid driving while in Charlotte. That's kind of my rule. If I don't have to, I don't.
We won't talk about that one time.
I just have bad luck driving down there. That's why I don't. It's like I'm not supposed to drive down there. We've come to that realization real fast multiple times. I can barely get out of a parking lot down there.
Gotta watch out.
Regardless if I'm completely sober or otherwise. That's the worst part. Because generally, when we go out and do stuff, I'd be sober all day for the most part. You know, unless there's a place where I can pick up a pint. You know, I'm like, here, I don't have a pint. Well, I'm here at a place that offers a pint.
Just gotta watch out for those old Navy guys in an RV when they're not wearing their glasses. They're cross-eyed with a gun.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Do not take a big or decent size, I don't know.
I'm thinking the whole time.
And rub it down
Ben
the side of
go
a $250,000 RV. Don't do
Ben
that.
go wide. Ben go wide. Any tickets sharp. Then he fixed the guy's side mirror, not really, and then we just took off. We went.
Well, let's
Okay,
be
it looks
honest, Doug.
fine. Then
I
you
fixed
let
it
go of
the
it,
right
it falls
way
off and
enough
you're
that
around.
that guy couldn't quite see it, and he's like, "Yeah, it looks pretty good." I'm like, "You're like," because we already had the wife and kid in, engine running, ready to go. So as soon as he's like, "That looks pretty good," we're like, "Sweet."
And luckily, an Ontario driver's license looks like a Phoenix driver's license.
Las Vegas. Because apparently
Las
Las Vegas, not Nevada, not the state of Nevada, but Las Vegas has their own driver. Is that a Las Vegas driver's license?
Yep.
Yes.
Really? That's
Las
interesting.
Vegas. Let's go with that.
I don't know if it's true, but at 2:00 in the morning on a dark interstate, it's true.
In Virginia. we do not have good luck in the state of Virginia.
No. Well, no, it's West Virginia is more the issue.
No, that first year that you got pinched was Virginia.
Okay. West Virginia is
I
where
didn't know in the next
really
corner
tried to
was the next state. You might have just kept driving.
Yeah. If I would have known that, I would have Smokey the Bandit the ass out of that thing.
Travis is saying here he played in a really crappy looking bar in Lizard Lick.
Lizard Lick, eh? Hey, my knees hurt. I don't know. No, Virginia always sees mountains. There's mountains on this side. There's mountains on that side.
No. There was that one gas station we pulled into the one time that was like off the path.
Oh, fuck. That was the first year on the way back. Where as soon as Terry, oh my God, literally, he's like, okay, we're getting off. He puts the signal light on because I'm messing on my phone. My 5 bars go to 4 as soon as he puts on the signal light. By the time you would pull off, let's say, any on-ramp, like the gas station was on a little service road right over there. Literally, as we're pulling across the road, I'm watching my bars go bing, 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 nothing.
Oh, gee.
And all of a sudden, the air wasn't moving. Like were out, and that was it. And everyone was looking at us because clearly no one had stopped at this combination restaurant, general store, gas station, bingo hall, VFW, post office.
I don't know. I pumped gas with my ass right against the car, though. That's all I know.
I never felt because the air wasn't moving. And remember, there was an old abandoned mansion across the road. It was like the land that time forgot, is what I'm saying. And I debated because I was like, wow, this is very hot and I'm parched. I am not going in for a soda. this is because literally people were staring at us, and I'm like Doug said, ass against it. I'm just like, I'm going to just because I think I still smoked at the time, so I was like grabbing a dart as close to the vehicle as it would being safely having a dart.
So in other words, you were afraid.
I have no idea, Dave.
So you're afraid of getting the. So you boys don't look like you're from around here. Where are y'all from?
You got that a lot.
Well, it was just weird because you don't really have like en routes, Terry, that have fuel. They have everything but fuel, so you do need to pull off the interstate. And depending on when you need fuel, it might be like a big 12-bay service station, like Flying J or something like that, or a Love's, or truck stop or something, or it's a mom and pop. Just like a couple times like stuff, and people are like, oh, you're from Canada, and they never met a Canadian, and they're like, hey, can we ask you a question? And a lot of them were really nice. I'm like, sure, fill your boots. Doug could be filling up gas. I'm having a dart, and they're like, is it true that Canadians are like this? Yeah. How about this? No, I don't know where you're getting that information. No, we don't have snow 8 months of the year. Well, we do in certain places, maybe, but no, I don't think so. You have to like that's way north, like way. Nobody. There might be a few sporadic people, but not a lot of us. We wouldn't live in snow 8 months of the year.
Dave at 920 asked, so if a Canadian gets a DUI in the States, how does that affect them when they get back to Canada?
I don't know.
As far as I know.
Crazy enough, like even if you divide up like 10 provinces versus 50 states, so on a 5-to-1 ratio, I think I've still been to more states than I have provinces ratio wise. I've done a few road trips. Like I've done a couple deep, like Doug, you and I have done that. We cover a lot of states depending on which route we go. We can grab like West Virginia is optional. So, but we have hit it intermittently.
Well, yeah, you can. There's the one part there where we hit New York, Maryland, West Virginia, in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, it goes from Pennsylvania, Maryland, and maybe Delaware or something. It's like
I thought it was New York.
Literally in like 20 minutes, you're like, ooh, there's 4 states because they all just kind of touch at that one spot in this mountain pass thing. I get it, and then when I did the road trip to Nashville with Aaron, we left from Chicago and went straight down. So that's a whole different other set of states. So I went down through a similar situation. So, yeah.
Dave here was just saying to my niece, he said, I've had people here in the States tell me they can't go to Canada because of DUIs.
Okay. Yeah, that must be like an American that gets a DUI and they can't get into Canada. That may be possible. I thought you meant like a Canadian that, like, if I happen to get a DUI while I'm in the U.S., how does that affect me here? That I don't know.
The only thing I know of for sure that would definitely get you banned from entering Canada, besides obviously a criminal record, is say like in the case of one person, they actually peed on a Canadian flag by accident and they got arrested, and apparently they can't enter Canada because of it.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, I can see that Penticton. Yeah, up in the Rockies, I forgot. Yeah, elevation. Yeah. All right. Elevation. That's like instant northness. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can't get a passport for unless you get a pardon or something.
Yeah.
Have to do it. I got to get a new passport. I realized my passport expired like a year ago. Didn't even realize it.
Oh, jeez. Well, with what's going on, it's kind
of... yeah, and I was like, yeah. Do I need to get a passport anytime soon? As much as I'd love to go down south for Mike's memorial, that'd be awesome. But not that I can afford or get the time to go away anyway, so it's not an option. Right, yeah, south of Pittsburgh. That's another one of those spots, right? Doug loves driving from Pittsburgh. He's always, let's go up through Pittsburgh. Why? It's nowhere near my place. Well, we'll go up this way. All right, fine. Then I'm crashing at Doug's place for a extra night before going home. Usually we go that way, as opposed to Niagara Falls. That was fast. That was the best because the guy literally, Terry, showing up to the border gate with a fresh Tim Hortons, like you can tell he was starting his shift, and we pull in just haggard from driving for 16 hours, and the vehicle is just packed to the gills. Like he's just looked at it, he's like, no, just go. I am not first thing. He's like, how long have you been down there? We're like, about a week. He's like, good enough for me. Whatever. Just go.
Yeah, Twang's got some good information about traveling back and forth between the U.S. and Canada.
Well, there we go. Several of my American speeding tickets showed up on my demerit point system. Well, Doug probably has some experience with that too, I bet.
Well, there's no demerit points. Just like freaking the bill tripled because apparently in Virginia, you get an extra charge for being out of county.
Yep.
Extra charge for being out of state.
Yep.
Out of country.
Yep.
For paying online, there's an extra charge.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. What's up, Sean Zimmerman?
Yeah, the only guitar-related question was somebody was asking about an Ernie Ball Valentine. Somebody has actually played one.
Not familiar, unfortunately. I was going to say, we'll probably wrap things up.
Oh, okay, yeah. Has anyone tried the Music Man Valentine guitar? Seems cool, but pricey. Dillboy Music asked. Sounds familiar.
Yes, Guitar Man back in the day. Used to cross the border. We do that just for something to do. Because we only live an hour from the border, and all you do is flash your driver's license. So we drive over to Watertown all the time. Had some buddies that used to race in the U.S. too. So they cross over every week, full race car on an open trailer. Of course. Well, excellent guitars, but pricey.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking on that note, we'll probably wrap things up. And then, so tomorrow night, Doug and I doing the Mike Cleben Memorial Show. More of this. Except without Terry. Makes sense. Different background, different channel. So check out NASCAR Canucks. Please subscribe. Terry put the link in the chat earlier there. And what else? Coming this week. So the pop reaction video. Something else, I guess, for Friday. Probably a premiere. I like doing premieres on Fridays. Those are fun. Get to interact with you fine folks in the chat while we watch me usually mangle a guitar or something. That's always fun.
And link is again in the site.
Thanks, Terry. And then, of course, you can check Down and Back with Corn Doug. He's on, well, you're not on, but you publish videos every Friday-ish.
Try to, yeah. Yep.
Pretty much.
I know.
And
So I
all
was on my phone. I was setting up something with some Australian guys. So
well, there we are. Yeah, he does what I like. He does the Sunday night hang, except it comes out Friday, and it's not guitars, it's cornhole.
Yeah.
You check it out. He does all kinds of stuff. He has fellow channels or players or industry people.
Although this week I was told that I rambled on too much in my opening. I was like, frick, I was off for like 5 weeks, and I was just excited. So shut up.
Deal with it. So there we are. Other than that, I'm back this Sunday with Matt and Dan from Sleazer. They're coming back.
That's going to be nice.
It looked, oh, yeah, everybody. Oh, Jesus, the patrons. Forgot to shout at the freaking patrons, Doug. Jesus. You almost let me end the show. If it wasn't for the patrons, I don't know.
Patrons are real. Just like
I can think single-handedly do it. You can become a patron at that address, and that's awesome if you help out. Want to shout out Guitar Man 45, Symmetry, Paul McNary, Mickey Settlemeyer, Joe C, Keith H, Canucks Head Zero, unfucking believable, Charles 75N, John ZD351 GP page 2. Hope you're doing all right. I didn't see you in the chat last couple days. For K Tony, Ben Tom. Positive wishes for Ben Tom. I hope you're doing well, buddy. I have not heard from Tom since Tuesday briefly. Let's hope please. Think of Tom. Blackjack Guitar, Grumpy Mike Guitar, Craig T. Tomlinson, Cousin Todd Flowers, Charles Green, Brent Guitar Miller, Absolute Mayhem, Other Left, Randy Crooks, and Mahogany. Yeah, thank you. Thank you all. I really appreciate it. It helps out. And yeah, parting words, Terry.
No.
Okay. Doug?
No, I think I'm good.
Thanks, House of Wang. Appreciate it, buddy. And so I hope everyone has a good night. Eddie, did you like the thing they sent you? Just curious. I haven't checked my email lately. Maybe you already replied with the yes or no. That was terrible. Anywho's, I'm Ben. That's Terry. That's Doug. This has been Canucks with Guitars. Please like, share, subscribe. Oh, and thanks everybody that's been watching all the videos. That's been awesome. We're in time for we're good for the 1 million views. Special 1 week from Sunday. It's gonna happen. I have faith. Doug's wife's real. So hold those doors open. Let that lady in head of traffic. Do good things. Again, yep. Terry, Doug, and don't let her.
Doug.
Nothing.
Check out tomorrow. We'll talk nuts.